Right, where to start on David Icke in particular? And the first thing is, well, let's describe my little sort of how I came to know of him. Again, I first saw him back on Jesse Ventura's Conspiracy Theories. And that's an entire different kettle of fish, but I think that's the most funniest programme there's been on TV in recent years. But that's another story. And I saw him speak about the reptilians, and I thought, what? And then I started to look, who is he? What does he do? Blah 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 blah. And the first thing I always come upon, and I always say this to anyone who follows David Icke, is the first of all is A, do you have any problem at all that he went on national TV and proclaimed to be the Messiah? That's the first problem. Now, here's another thing. He went back on 2 more occasions, back to the same interviewer who interviewed him. I think it must have been the mid 2000s, I think it was, and he gave him the chance. He said, "Do you still believe this?" And David Icke says, "Yes, I still think I am the Messiah." So that is a problem any David Icke supporter, first of all, has to try and almost convince themselves that they don't have a problem with. But I cannot believe that any David Icke supporter does not have a problem with this. They must be absolutely pulling the wool over their eyes if they do not have a problem with this. Now, the first of all is what is the problem in this, essentially? Well, obviously he's claiming to be the Messiah, which, if he's not setting alarm bells off in your head, should be is the first thing to someone who is evidently something not wrong with them. Now, the second part of David Icke is that he's very New World spiritualist type of thing, but then he mixes that in with the New World Order. Now, how does he do this? Well, he claims that there are 7 different light rays, all with varying different powers, and if you wear different colours, you can absorb these colours, and you become more happy, so forth. Now, what he claims is that people like the Illuminati and the lizard people are stopping this and are basically stopping us from evolving. And that's particularly where his connection with Alex Jones comes in, because you can look on videos on YouTube and find videos where you will see Alex Jones calling David Icke a con man, and that is, on this occasion, I will agree with Alex Jones 100%. David Icke is an absolute con man and a complete charlatan in this respect, because he mixes his new age beliefs, and then he brings in the New World Order, and then he basically has almost sort of like a cross section of fans. He has his conspiracy theorists, and then he brings in the whole New World religion of colours, lights, whatever. Now, again, I've no problem with what he believes. Well, I do. But he can believe in the multicoloured rainbow powers, whatever. It's this problem where it starts to become a bit more apparent, and I find quite disturbing. And again, trying to explain this to Icke supporters is a bit is going to be very, very, well, we'll see what happens. But David Icke's belief is that at one time we were all Atlanteans. We were the Aryan, blonde-haired, 6'5", blue-eyed race, and we had this amazing psychic powers, this amazing technology. and that through the years we've lost that, and that he wants to get us back to this by, you know, believing in this New Age stuff, and that by defeating the plans of the Illuminati, that this is what we will get back to. Now here's the problem. Who else believed in this? Of this purity, and that there were other people trying to stop this purity? Hitler and the Nazis. And that is an exact trouble that, again, how can you be a David Icke supporter and you know, distance yourself from this obvious truth? And it gets even worse by the fact that in a couple of his books, David Icke goes on to say, when they achieve this, there are going to be a lot of people that are still holding us back. Now, what does he say to do with these people? We kill them. And, you know, go look it up for yourself. He actually says this in his books. I think it is Love Conquers All, and I think it's Spiritual Vibrations. I can't remember if it's that one or not. But it's there, in black and white, and you can see how somebody with, again, sharing his beliefs in a position of power could be an absolute danger to society as a whole. And yet people, again, still believe him. And again, it worries me that he is now so buddy-buddy with Alex Jones, because I really don't believe that Alex Jones fully 100% supports him. What I more believe in the fact is that he's seen that more of his supporters also like what Icke says. So instead of having a war with him, he's thought, I'll join with him, and together we can get I can get more money from his supporters as well as my own. So that's David Icke in his connection with Alex Jones. A very dangerous man indeed.